Hello everyone, my name is TheGingerTaurus and I'm going to be talking about just some tips and tricks on how to keep a Minecraft forever world. I think I've had mine for about 3 or 4 years now. I mean, it's pretty simple to keep. It's a case of don't create another world, just keep creating in that one world. But there are some tips and tricks that I think have helped me. And just some realistic stuff as well. So the first one is to tackle nostalgia. I do know that nostalgia affects us all. It causes the 2-week Minecraft phase, I think as well the first 2 weeks is the most nostalgic because it's been the same for years. It's literally a case of get wood, get some cobblestone, build a house, go mining, get a little farm going, and then you're bored. So there are ways you can tackle nostalgia, not full on, it's not going to be the way it used to be when you were a child, sadly, but I think there are some ways that you can kind of sprinkle a little bit of nostalgia in and still have that kind of old school vibe. So one of my first tips for that is to get a texture pack that is old school. I use the BD Craft Spax texture pack. It's very old school Yogscast, it's very Race for the Wall, it's very Jaffa Cake Factory, it's very Moon Quest. I love that texture pack so much. I'll never use any other texture pack ever. But yeah, it's so old school, I love it. I do know a lot of people like using kind of beta texture packs, and I know that there are many people actually that just change the cobblestone texture pack. Just the cobblestone because they prefer the old cobblestone. I do as well, but as you do. So I would recommend getting a texture pack, especially one that one of your favourite YouTubers back in the day used to use and use like crazy. You can get a lot of them through both the Bedrock Marketplace and then on Java as well. I do think Java just has more options though. Another way to tackle nostalgia, if you really want to, it's not really for everyone, it's not even for me, is to play the older versions of Minecraft. I don't think you can. Can you play the older versions if you're on Bedrock? I don't think you can. I'm not sure. I've tried playing the older versions, they're just not for me. I do like watching people's beta Golden Age Minecraft Let's Plays. I think they're so cozy, so old school, I just love it so much. But it's just not for me when it comes to actually playing because I like the variety of blocks. I'm a very colourful gal in my Minecraft world, so I need a variety of colour. And I love all the updates and the shelves and the little, yep. Anyway, so it's not for everyone, it's not even for me, but if it's for you, it's a cool way of doing it. Another way to tackle nostalgia as well is just having some one of your old favourite YouTube Let's Plays, play that in the background. I always have old Ghostcast videos playing in the background while I'm playing Minecraft. Or just some old Minecraft parody music and stuff. I think that helps too. But that's all you can really do for nostalgia. It's never going to be the same as it was, I'm afraid. But yeah. The next tip is to just play the way that's your favourite way of playing, if that makes sense. I know a lot of people do advise to try new things, and I do agree. However, for me, I have, since the day of dawn, since Minecraft has come out, okay, since I was a child, I've always only played Minecraft in a specific way, which is that I just create villages, towns, and cities. That's all I do. They're not good, they're not amazing, but that's just what I love. And plethora of years later, here I am, and I'm still the exact same, even in my forever world. That's just the way I like to play. I don't like playing any other way, personally. I do try new things, dabbled in a bit of redstone here and there and everywhere. I've gone to the end for the first time. I think I did in creative mode though, to be fair, not gonna lie, or peaceful, one of the two. But as you do, I've just never been, was curious, so yeah. But yeah, just play however you want, it really doesn't matter. I think as well, if you're someone where you really do like the first 2 weeks of Minecraft, and you just like the starter houses and stuff. A really good way of doing that is to just create a starter house, create all your basic things. As soon as you get bored, literally go jog on to a completely different biome. Instead of, I mean, I feel like it's because it's easier to just click out of Minecraft and load up a new world with a new biome than it is to run across halfway through the map to find another beautiful landscape to start recreating. But the thing is, your Minecraft worlds are massive, bro. They're fucking huge. You don't need to keep reloading new games. You know, just fucking run off as far as you can into a completely different biome or something and do your 2 weeks all over again. Because to be honest, if you keep doing that, in a year's time, you're going to have so many builds. You're going to have so many bases in so many different biomes and areas. And do you know what I would do? I'd get like roads and paths and just connect them all up. Boom, now you've got this massive forever world. You know, it's still a way of playing. But yeah. My next tip, it's not really needed in my opinion either, is to have a little bit of lore or backstory. My lore and backstory is disgustingly complex because I have to make everything difficult for myself. It doesn't have to be that complex. I think I saw someone's forever world, and it was just something like, I think he did like a pirate ship and a few little huts on the shore, and it was like, oh, you know, the backstory is just some pirates came and they kind of crash landed on the shore, and then they made some little huts that they were living in, and then they slowly built like a little town, or, you know, it slowly got a bit better as you go higher up the hill or something. It was really cute, and like, you can just have basic little lore like that. It can also just be lore in real life or from other games as well. Like, you can build your own house. Why not? If you've got enough to build your own house, mate, you'll be there all day, every day, I can promise you. But yeah. Do you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to build my old school. It would take forever, and I hated that school. But that'd be so interesting to do as well. Because the amount of lore. Christ. So my next tip is to cheat, which I put in air quotes because I personally don't believe these are cheating. I don't believe you can cheat in Minecraft unless you're doing like a speed run and trying to get on some sort of leaderboard and win a prize or something. I don't know. I don't think you can really cheat in Minecraft. So these are the ways that I cheat. Because the thing is, if you have to make it easier for yourself, make it fucking easier for yourself. It's your world. You can do whatever you want in it. I do know that some people like rules and regulations and stuff, and it helps. I think a lot of people do like restriction. I do think it keeps things interesting for some people. And then there's people like me who I don't really like it that much. I do have a little bit of restriction though. So one of the ways that I cheat is when I first created my forever world, I did it in creative. It was just a creative world. And it was basically because I was watching Trixie Block's, what's it called? Ultimate Survival World video, his first one. And he does multiple builds for different biomes. And there wasn't a cherry blossom biome in that one. And I really wanted to see something for it. So I thought, fuck it, I'm going to make a really cute little cottagecore, pink pastel, cutesy little village. And I obviously just did it in creative because it's easier to do so. And then I went on a bit of a tangent and I started going on different ideas, you know. So then I created like a witchy village, and then I created like a seaside village, and then I created a farm village, and I created some like gothic cult village, and a couple survival villages and stuff. And that's the thing is like, I'm somewhere I can only play creative for so long, and then I get bored and I want to play survival. And I can only play survival for so long till I get bored and then I want to play creative again. And I thought, fuck it, instead of having two different worlds where one's creative and one's survival, I'm just going to have them both in one. Now, the only problem is, if you care for achievements, you can't do this, I believe, because I don't think I can get achievements now that I swap between the two. But yeah, so what I do is I'll play in creative, build a bunch of villages and towns and cities, and then if I really need to get that survival kick, I'll go somewhere else and create a survival only village. I do still have a few rules for it, which is like if I'm playing in survival, I can't go over to my creative villages and start looting the chests, because I'll put like 50,000 stacks of like golden carrots. You know, it's not fair. If I'm gonna play survival, I'm gonna play it properly in a way. And then also if I'm playing in creative, I can't just go over to my survival villages and start spawning stuff in. But to be fair, it hasn't been the first time. I have done that a few times. When I've been in a nick, when I've really needed to. So that's how I cheat in a way. Another way that I cheat is I play peaceful and I only turn mobs on when I need them. So stupid. But yeah, I don't like mobs. I swear to God, like if I was to make a beautiful village and then a creeper comes and blows like a building up, I would rage quit. I would lose my shit. I can't cope with it. And then those stupid fucking flying rat pterodactyl things, whatever the fuck they are. I don't sleep in Minecraft. Like, who do you think I am? You know, oh, you have to sleep after like 3 nights or you get attacked. Fuck off. Fuck off, no. So yeah, I turn mobs off and I'll turn them on if I really need them. But to be honest, I feel like I don't need them anymore, because things like bones I can get from fish now. So I don't even need like skeletons or anything. There's a peaceful way of getting pretty much everything, I think, but yeah. Another way that I have cheated in the past, I haven't used it for a very long time, I've only used it once, as in one of my survival villages. In my forever world, which is Chunk Base, which is basically where it's a website where you put your seed in, and it will tell you where everything is, like literally everything. It gives everything away. It tells you where every mine shaft is, where every portal ruin is, where every village is, where every temple is, where everything, and I mean everything is. It tells you where every end portal is. It tells you where every biome is. It gives you the coordinates, everything. I don't know why I've not used it in a while. I think I just can't be arsed, to be honest. But I have used it before, and I'm not opposed to using it. It just makes life a little easier, and especially if you like to go on adventures and get shitloads of loot, go for it, honestly, you won't regret it. Because you don't always have to use it, you know. Well, those are a few ways that I like to cheat, in a way, to make it bearable. Because holy shit. You know, like if it was just like a survival hardcore, I would never do a survival world in hardcore. Like if my survival world was hardcore and I died, I would fucking smash my PC. Like I'd actually genuinely be like heartbroken. I would cry for days and get fat off Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Like, I don't know how, oh God, I don't know how you guys do it. But yeah, so next tip is to just build however you want and build whatever you like, okay? You can build your own stuff just off the top of your head, or if you've got if you've got a specific way of doing houses and things. I think we all have like a specific way of kind of building things. You can just build like that. You can watch tutorials. What I usually do is go on like Google or Pinterest and I just copy the photo itself. I don't even watch the tutorial of it. I also advise a few ugly builds. Okay, there are many videos on YouTube which I recommend watching about building ugly in Minecraft. It does not have to be perfect. Your builds do not have to be massive, these big, intricate speed build things. They don't have to be. Build a shit house, rinky-dink dirt shack, love. It's beautiful. I'll tell you what, in 10 years' time, you're gonna look at it, well, that's where I started, a little dirt shack. You know what I mean? It gives charm, in a way. What I also recommend is, for a little bit of a nostalgia kick as well, I recommend finding your favourite Let's Play Minecraft YouTuber, old school, back in the day, whatever, and find one of their builds and build it yourself. It doesn't have to be the exact same. You know, you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, you can just slightly change it if you want, but build one of their builds, because you're gonna love having that in your world. I can tell you that now. So for example, I built a like mini version of the Jaffa Cake Factory from the Yogscast. It's so cute. I love it so much. But yeah, and I'm really happy I built it. So I haven't finished it yet because I have to like watch the Let's Play to remember what's on each floor. But yeah. I also build ugly. I do actually have a village dedicated to not following any tutorials, not copying anyone's builds, just building off the top of my head. And I also purposely will build with blocks that I don't like or that I think don't go well together to actually make it ugly. I won't like try and purposely make it ugly, but I use ugly blocks and try to figure it out. And it's my ugly village. It's basically what it's called. It's called the Ugly Estate. It's called the Niaudat Estate, because I believe Niaudat, if I'm pronouncing that correct, is like gross or ugly in Cantonese. But yeah. Anyway, it's literally called like the gross ugly estate. Funny. But yeah. But yeah, build something ugly, bro. Because you can. Because not everything has to be perfect. I'd recommend watching someone called Love Star. They talk about building ugly from a video of some dude that I watched as well, but like they got inspired by him or his video. And like I love Love Star's little house in like the caves. I don't know, I think it's pretty cute. Anyway, go watch their videos. Honestly, it's great. So my next tip is, I mean, I've already kind of said it, which is if you get bored, do not start a new world, just start again in that world. Okay? Once again, I think the reason we start new worlds is because it's just easier. It's easier to click off of Minecraft, click into a new world, boom, new biome, new situation. And I think people will have more fun exploring the closest terrain near them. But once again, Minecraft worlds are massive. There are going to be so many different types of terrain generation and biomes and all sorts of stuff. Just go run off and explore and have fun and go travel and find somewhere completely new to start all over again. You know, I've done that 10 times now because I've got like 10 villages on the go. Some of them are complete, some of them are not. But yeah, which actually goes on to my next point, which is don't be afraid to abandon projects. And there are a couple ways of doing this, by the way. So for me, I have a witchy, spooky Halloween village called the, what do I call it? Mushroom Alley. Kind of inspired by Nocturne Alley. And when I first started it, it was during Halloween, so I was in the Halloween spirit and the Halloween vibe. I gave up on it very quickly. I was just so fucking bored of it, and I had like every other idea ever. So I literally abandoned it. Honestly, I think for about like a year, I abandoned it. And the thing is, when it comes to things like this, there are 3 things you can do in my opinion. Well, maybe 4. One is to go back to it eventually. You know, go back to it. Doesn't matter when, because like I said, I went back to it a year later. But try go back to it if you can and finish it off. Because, you know, you started it for a reason. I'm very glad I finished it off. I really wanted to finish it off. I was just procrastinating it. I couldn't be arsed. It was too tedious. But I blasted some Minecraft parody music and went for it. And I got it done, thank God. Because I fucking was putting it off for ages. So yeah, if you abandon it, go back to it. Or what you can do is, if you abandon it, leave it abandoned. Like, if you kind of start building, let's say if you like started building like a castle or something, you're like, I genuinely can't be asked to finish this. Like, I genuinely don't care anymore. You can do 2 things in this situation. 1, get rid of it. Or 2, have a bit of fun. Get some TNT and some spider webs. Blow some shit up and put some cobwebs everywhere. And just leave it. Have it be some abandoned ruins of an old castle. Because it's still a building, in a way. It's still something. Also, what you can do is, if you really don't like it, you can change it. There was in one of my survival villages, there was a building. So in my head, what I wanted is I wanted a little area of land for a jungle. Obviously, I wasn't in a jungle biome though, so I had to create a new jungle biome in the plains, I think I was. And I wanted to have a little cookie shop like to sell cocoa and stuff inside the jungle. And I kind of created it, but I didn't like it because it's kind of on a hill and it just didn't look right. So I left it for a while, but then I was like, right, it's not happening. So I tore it all down except from the actual building itself, and I turned it into a toolsmith building. And I created my jungle just further back on a bit of flatter land, and I added my little cookie shop, and I also added a bamboo shop, and I'm very happy I did that. So you can always, if you don't like a build, even in the future, if you look back like, I don't really like it, you can knock it down and start again. You can revamp it, revive it, turn it into something else. It's totally normal. But yeah. But don't be afraid to abandon stuff. Because either you'll go back to it, you'll get rid of it, you'll redecorate it into something else, or you can honestly just leave it abandoned. Have fun, get some TNT, blow that shit up, so it's fucking scattered ruins, and put a bunch of cobwebs there. And if anyone asks, don't know. Like, it was something I wanted to do and I can't be arsed anymore. Boom. Is what it is. I currently actually have an abandoned project, which is called the Blue Forest. It's where Merlin lives in his alchemy tower. I need to build, and I'm building like Disney princess themed houses. I just can't be bothered. I will get it done eventually, but I just can't be bothered at the minute. I've left that for a disgustingly long time as well. It's probably coming up to a year as well that I've left that, but oh well. So my next point is to take breaks. You're not a Minecraft YouTuber, you don't get paid for this. You know, I think we kind of forget when we see YouTubers, like they get paid to be able to sit on their arse and play Minecraft day in, day out. We don't, okay? We've got jobs, we've got families, we've got responsibilities. We have to squeeze playing and gaming into our lives. It's normal to take breaks, it's normal to feel burnt out, it's normal to either have so many ideas that you get overwhelmed or just not have a fucking idea what the fuck you're doing. No light bulb moment whatsoever. It's normal to take breaks. I've taken several month hiatuses from my world for multiple reasons. One, I just can't be arsed. Two, I haven't really got any ideas, I'm not really inspired. Three, I want to play other games, or I'm just busy in life. Things happen. And it's normal to take breaks. I think we're so used to seeing Minecraft, you know, YouTubers play so much. But even then, they get burnt out. They fucking have no idea what they're doing either. So, yeah, take breaks. There's nothing wrong with it. Even if it's like every 2 weeks. It's normal. You know, you are going to have a few 2-week Minecraft phases, even when you get back into it. I do. Sometimes I'll be playing Minecraft for 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, never mind. I'll play something else. But the whole reason why, for me, I wanted a forever world, I didn't intend it to be a forever world, but it is now, is because, for one reason, which is more so that I miss my old builds. I have a few memories of some old builds. There was one where I was very young. I was on my brother's Xbox, playing Minecraft on like a super flat world, making cities as I do. And I made my house, I think I made a school, and I made an Eiffel Tower, which did not look like an Eiffel Tower at all, but it was the biggest build I ever made at the time. And I was so chuffed with it, and I'd love to see what it looks like now. I'd love to be able to just have it and spawn it into my forever world. There was also another world I had, which I had like a little shack house with a little pet parrot in there, and I had a big like red American style barn. And I made like a mansion for my friend, and it was just empty because he refused to put anything in there. But I loved that place as well. Also, me and my friend created a village, and it was all kind of Harry Potter themed. So like we had a bank which was called Gringotts, we had a storage room or a storage house which was called the Room of Requirements, we had a map chamber, we had the Shrieking Shack. We had loads of stuff. We had Hagrid's hut with our dogs, Fluffy and Fangs. So, and we lost it because we were playing PlayStation 4 at the time, and we both decided to upgrade to PlayStation 5, and it was his world, but he didn't log into like a Microsoft account, I think, so we just lost it. But yeah, so that's why I like Forever Worlds as well, because I can't wait for however many years' time to be able to look back and be like, damn, that's a fucking ugly ass build. And see how I progress, but yeah. But yeah, if you have any tips or anything, please let me know though. And yeah, share some build ideas, why not? So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye!